Hey, what's up, you guys? Time for a video. I've had a lot of stuff happen. This is kind of a long, involved story, so bear with me. Hopefully I can remember everything. But um, I started doing Spark full time and barely doing any DoorDash. I'm on my second week of that, doing like 9-hour days. And long time old school subscriber Paul Martin suggested a hot spot to park at in the Walmart parking lot for better offers, to get better chance at offers. And so far it seems like it works, but that's also where the whole group of fraudulent drivers hang out, right? I'm right mixed in with them, parked right by them. So Monday, March 31st, the day before they're supposed to require the real ID, I decided to do a before video showing. I was just going to show the group of cars and say, let's see if they're all still here after that asks me for the real ID. So I started the video as I'm walking out of the Walmart with the camera facing me, like I've got it right now, talking while I was walking. And just so happens that one of the main fraudulent driver, no English speaking driver, is walking in past me to do a shop. And he starts screaming to the group of cars that are right by my car that I'm walking up to, screaming at them. And then another one of them gets out, and guy in the temporary tag car gets out, and they're yelling back and forth in Spanish. And by then I have switched the camera to show my car, like, walking up to my car, show that I'm getting in my car. And so because of them flipping out, going crazy, I had to narrate it. I had to talk about it. I had to tell the video that I was making what was going on. And I pause, and wait for more. I was going to show my next order, and the guy that was doing the shop comes out and just stares me down. I'm looking at him too, and he just will not take his eyes off me. He almost like bumped a car with his cart because he wouldn't stop hardcore staring at me. So because of that, I flipped, I had the camera towards me, but I moved to show him. I showed him loading his order in the trunk of his car, his white Ford. And so I showed do the delivery. I showed my pay. This video had to go on members only because of the aftermath of this video. I had to put it up on only channel members. So I came back, and there wasn't as many of them when I came back. I thought I scared them off, but Tuesday they were all still right there. The main ones, the one that stared at me, the one that got out of the car, the main freaking guys involved in the freak out were right there by me again yesterday all day. And my first curbside pickup yesterday, Tuesday, the day after I did the video, my car loader was a young, early 20s bilingual female that speaks Spanish. And she threatened me. She actually threatened me, like, there was complaints that you're doing videos and she kept bringing up license plates. Oh, I forgot to tell you, damn it. So the day of the video, later when I'm in the curbside pickup, one of them comes up. It wasn't the guys that were freaking out. It was a different guy that's not super involved with those main radical ones, but he has a Florida plates. So I've been mentioning the Florida plates, maybe only on the channel member videos. But he came up to me while I was waiting for my curbside, walked up to me and, excuse me, said, hold on, I need translator, and got his phone out and typed in what he wanted to say. And it asked me if I took a picture of his license plate. And I was like, no. I truthfully said no. I do YouTube videos about Spark. Is that all I said? I said, show show how much money I make, dinero I make. I corrected myself and like tried to mix in a Spanish. So he accepted that without any translation. He seemed to get the gist of that and was satisfied and walked off. And then later on that day, that guy was actually kind of cool. He wasn't threatening, and I appreciated that he wasn't part of the ones that were getting radical. So I was walking in for a shop, and he was at the curbside, and I walked up to him, and I'm like, hey, here's the YouTube. I showed him my what's it called? Studio app, where it has your picture, your YouTube picture, and then the channel name, and the subscribers. And well, this is the YouTube that I do the videos. I couldn't speak Spanish to him, but I'm like, it's about DoorDash and Spark and Uber Eats and Uber and Lyft, and they know all those. They know all those words. So and then he liked it. He shook my hand after I showed him it, like we were cool. So, but that guy is not. He parks right behind the big grouping of cars that freaked out that I'm parked right in. So anyway, back to the Walmart's reaction. So the little young girl that speaks Spanish was totally on their side about them complaining about it, and they're freaking out about their license plates being shown. And it's like, isn't that suspicious? Like, I said to another car loader way later, I asked, like, I would be suspicious that they're doing something wrong if they're afraid of their license plate being showed. They're on Walmart surveillance all day long. So why would they care? There's gig tubers that wear GoPros. There's gig workers that wear GoPros to cover their ass and, to fight against wrongful accusations from customers and, wrongful deactivation. So they're lucky I don't do that. They're lucky I don't have a GoPro recording all the time. But they started freaking out when I was recording my face. So that's suspicious to me, very suspicious. So she was saying something about they can knock me off the order. She was saying, like, which has happened to my fellow Longview, one of my fellow Longview Spark drivers was knocked off of every curbside order. She could still do shops. And so that she mentioned that this girl speaks Spanish and is totally friendly with the illegal drivers, said that she could knock me off the orders. So I did the order. I also said, what about the video I did last year? Well, what about it's almost at 1 million views. How come nobody talked to me about that? Nobody's. And I'm like, what about Lee, the digital manager that had me meet with the corporate guy from Spark in the parking lot? Like, how come they didn't say anything protecting these guys to me? I told her. And then on the second curbside pickup of yesterday, she was my car loader again, conveniently. And I said, well, what did you say you were going to do to me again? I'm like, I need to document this. What punishment did you say you were going to do to me about this? And she wouldn't repeat it. I said, if you discriminate against me for speaking Spanish, then that's going to go freaking viral as hell. I told her that'll get millions of views if you discriminate me because I'm not one of the Spanish speaking drivers. It's going to be huge. And that's why I'm doing this video right now, to make sure that it is huge when if and when it happens to me. So, I did the full 9 hours. They never kicked me off the curbside orders. I finished the day with a curbside order, and the next shift of car loaders had shown up. And so it's 4 o'clock in the morning now. I'm waiting until Walmart opens to start my work day. But Spark never asked for the real ID on April 1st, yesterday. I got mine on Saturday. It took 8 days to show up in the mail. Here it is with the little star. So I have my real ID. I won't have to try and use the Social Security card. I'm worried about using the Social Security card because I saw something in one of the Spark emails, their regular emails they send out to like monthly. And I'm going to show you that. It makes me worried about only using the Social Security card. So let me pull that up. So this is just their little Spark Driver Digest email. But it's got this info about the Real ID. So this came after the original email. So they're serious about this, I guess. They're acting like they're serious about this. But down here it says important notes, upload your Real ID image to the app, not your Spark Driver profile. If you don't have a Real ID, upload an image of your Social Security card instead. Spark Now will be temporarily disabled until your additional identification is uploaded. So to me, it kind of makes it seem like uploading your Social Security card is pointless. That language to me comes off like your account's going to be disabled until you actually upload the Real ID, is how I take that. How do you guys take that? If you don't have a Real ID, upload an image of your Social Security card. Spark Now will be temporarily disabled until your additional identification is uploaded. So why would you bother to do your Social Security card if Spark Now is going to be disabled, you know? This was March 25th. Let's see what date the other email was. This one's March 20th, the original one informing us that we have to. And this does not say anything about the account disabled, but that second one did. So there's two legitimate drivers that show up to my store. One of them, I see him almost every day, and there's the other one that's like once a week. And the guy that's once a week does like Amazon Flex and multi-Walmart stores. So he just random shows up, and I asked him about it, and he wasn't aware of it. He wasn't aware of the Real ID requirements, and this was like a week after the email came out. So to me, there's going to be, if this is true, which probably isn't, we all can assume it probably isn't, but if it's true, it should eliminate a shitload of all drivers, legitimate and non-legitimate. Should be temporarily or permanently removed from the app because they don't have that or don't want to go get that Real ID. And so I wanted to put this video out there to cover my ass on this Walmart discriminating against me for being white American, which is, that's the times we're in where that can happen. So, but one more thing, glad I didn't forget this. Past like 5 days, my on time at the pickup has been wrongfully dropping. And I've called Spark support twice about it, and they've said they'd send it to their technical team, but I haven't resolved it. But I'm at the store all day, in the parking lot all day. I bring a lunch. I don't wait at the house, and I'm on time. I've never not been on time to a pickup ever out of the 2,636 trips that I've done. So is this happening to anybody else? They asked me what kind of phone I had. I've got a new phone that's arriving today. I'm using a Galaxy 21 Ultra for my gig apps, and I'm getting the 25. So I'm getting a brand new phone that just came out today. I'll be, so I don't know if that's going to help, but here's the issue, and that's always been 100%, and then all of a sudden it's just every day I check it. Around 3 in the afternoon, it shows lesser. So can anybody explain that to me? Show you that I did confirm that I switched to full time. So there's my last week. Show you this since the payday videos are over. I did a full day on Sunday before this. See the $106 tips for Monday? So that's when I started. Sunday the 23rd is when I switched to daytime. Kind of struggled to switch to daytime. That Tuesday I quit early because I only got 4 hours sleep. My body was tripping out on the conversion. The rest of the days were 9-hour days. That Tuesday was 7 hours. And then I had a little bit of incentives. And this week, yesterday was terrible. I only got 6. Monday I was sucked too, but I had a ton of. Sunday kicked ass with the tips. So is this? Let's see. Let me look at this. I had 123 tips. So yeah, this week is starting off super slow. So I've been praying for that Real ID to kick in and help. Is my main hope right now, is that they will ask us to upload that Real ID, and it'll really disable your accounts if you don't, because even if people fraud it, there should be a bunch of people still ticked off that don't. So I would think that it would eliminate the saturation a little bit. I'm hoping. What's your opinion? Let me know in the comments. All right, sorry about the lack of videos, but this subject is just it gets old talking about this specific thing, and that's all that's going on for me. So I've been putting the videos on channel members only, so it doesn't turn my channel into an immigration political issue. So that's why I haven't been doing many public videos, but I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know if Walmart retaliates anymore in favor of these guys, these fraudulent drivers. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll check in with you soon. Later.